probably.
What up? What up, Amelia? For some reason, I can't get my GoPro working, so I decided to go live on the old phone.
Hey, Jed, what's up, man? Yeah, we'll be safe. We're just chasing this conditional chase out here in northern Oklahoma. Don't have real high confidence that storms are going to form up at this point, but we're going to see what's going on. Fingers crossed. We couldn't make it up to Iowa today. But honestly, I think the big play would have been to go down to Texas, honestly. Texas has had way more of a show as far as tornadoes go to this point than the Iowa area. Conditional just means that if storms fire, they'll go severe, but it's questionable or not, or whether the storms are actually going to start. Sioux Falls is covered in lightning. Yeah, they are firing down in Texas. They are firing down in Texas. Right now, we're looking at pretty blue skies here. You're looking west in Oklahoma from west of I-35 and Perry. That's the direction you're looking right now. We have seen very little and even clouds in the sky at this point. But, you know, we're here now, so we're seeing what's going on. Yeah, I don't have too many great pictures so far, but we'll see. Yesterday I just got a bunch of video. I got my brand new windshield already busted in hail, so that kind of sucked, but it is what it is. Yeah, I could see Sioux City getting overnight. Yep. Oh, Mary, yeah, you're going to want to keep an eye on them down there in Waco right now. Amelia, you don't want your patio furniture to blow away? Yeah, that would suck. That would suck. What's up? Yeah, we're just out here storm chasing central Oklahoma. Honestly, there's not much to look at the sky, so I guess I could put y'all, like, let's see what I can do here. Let's see what I can rig on this thing. Let's see if I switch it. Whoa, it's like a super close up. There's Chad. Oh, the corner of him. But yeah, so we're just kind of sitting here waiting. As you can see, the sun's shining super bright in my face. We knew today was going to be a long shot here in Oklahoma, but you know, we both already didn't really have anything to do today, and we're planning on chasing, so we figured going and doing some play, or you know, trying is better than none. So we'll see. I think here in the next, you know, if we don't see anything here by getting close to 7 p.m., we'll probably just head home to Oklahoma City. Yeah, I'm going to go back to Oklahoma City. I'm going to take Chad back to his house, and then probably go to my house, go to sleep, and then I will be going to, I think I'm going to try to drive out to Arkansas tomorrow morning. Jed, I don't know if you're still on here, but if you're still free on Wednesday and you want to take off early tomorrow morning, we totally can head towards Arkansas. Get some chasing in. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of storms going on there right now. Finally, a tornado warning up there. Tornado warning just outside of Pocahontas, Palmer and Pocahontas, Gilmore City. You all need to, all those people in those areas need to be in their storm shelters. But yeah, this is like a really close-up view, by the way. Makes me feel really uncomfortable. It's like, hey, look there. Look at me. You see? They don't look too bad. Yeah, that's not far from you. Yeah, that's where the tornadoes are. Are you east? You're west of there, though. I mean, you're west of there, though, right, Amelia? So those storms are going to be heading away from you that are currently tornado warmed. Let's see, maybe if I pull this down a little bit, I'll get sticky stuff like all over. That's a little better. At least Chad's in the screen now. Hey.
Thanks, man.
That's pretty awesome. That's crazy. You ain't no storm chaser. Rebecca was like, nope. Nope, nope. So I'll show you guys, this is what's currently going on right now in Iowa. And not a cloud in the sky where we're at. If I turn it around, you can see you might be able to see my jacked up my brand new windshield all jacked up. Got some bug juice out there. You want me to take... Can you yell at my cat, Stella? Stella! What are you doing? You crazy cat. You guys want to go for a walk? Kind of like going for a walk. You might not be able to hear me because of the wind. Rip my door off. We're gonna go on a journey, everyone. A pretty view this way. I took some photos. That's facing to the east. Storm vehicle, storm chase machine. See all the hail dents on the front of my car there? Pretty good. Pretty decent hail. Got the all the yesterday damage. Look at all the dings on my roof. Even like got dings on the side. You know how hard it is to dent that metal? Look at this one. These are all from yesterday. Look at that one. It's a big old one. That's what baseballs do to your car. See right here, look at this. Like knock this thing down. Knock that off. Plastic broke. That's my broken thing, my broken rear view camera. But my back window didn't break, so that's good. That's the expensive one to replace. Got my camera right here ready if there was anything happening, but there's not. Yeah, you got all kinds of stuff going on, Amelia. Outside Perry, Oklahoma. Sun's up there. Only clouds we really have in the sky aren't even cumulus. Got some stratus over there as well. The moon's out already though, look at this. Moon. Oh heck yeah, that'd be awesome, Goose. Crazy wind. I'm gonna set y'all up on a tripod real fast, so. Get y'all all settled up here. Nothing but blue skies, y'all. Nothing but blue skies. telling me that the foam fell down. So much, like my suction cup tripod won't even work. In Iowa, no action where we're at. Help me send me a super chat for some hair ties. That's what I need. I need a super chat or super sticker for some hair ties. I'm taking off this thing. You're just gonna get manually held. Sorry, everybody. This tripod ain't working for me today. I will totally let you braid my beard Viking style. Like 100% I will. Yeah, I know, right? My beard is all over the place. Although when I did the poll on TikTok, like, so many people were just like, hey, you should totally cut your beard. And I'm like, want to cut this beautiful, whatever this is going on in my face. Some shade here. Wind's a little less over here. What up, Danny? What up, what up, what up? Yeah, we're just out here in central Oklahoma chasing blue skies. Sometimes, you know, you bust. We knew today was going to be a chance. Definitely looks like it's going to end up being a bust, but you know, we had a good day yesterday. Still got tons of storm chasing to do this year. Still got a few more months of it. I'll chase all the way up into July. Plenty of opportunities. Oh my God, Savannah's like, whoever gives the most donations. Oh wow, yeah. I'll do it by super stickers. Whoever gives me the most super stickers by May 1st, I'll dye my beard that color by May 1st. I like that competition, Savannah. Whew. Yeah, wind's blowing just a little. It's okay if you don't have any money. You don't have to donate anything. You can just subscribe to my channel and that will make me happy. This tree looks cool. I don't know why. I like it. Artist Farms out here. It's the old farm road that we're on. Hey, I appreciate that. Then you, Jackson, you're awesome. Just for that alone, I'm happy. I'm down for a chaser party. Let's do it. Let's do it. Woo! I just had to give a woo out like I was actually seeing something. Maybe another bird got it. Let's see what other things that we can find out here along the side. Let's see what kind of beer bottle. Guinness. Somebody was drinking some Guinness out here. I feel like now we're on a trash hunt, a live trash hunt instead of a storm chase. Hey, Mary, thank you for that $1.99 sticker. That'll get me some beer ties. Chad's talking to his family right now. He's been away from home for 2 days. He'll be back with them tonight. We're going on some junk chasing. We're trying to figure out what kind of junk we can find on the side of the road over here. Some kind of animal trail here, huh? Find that bird nest that egg came from. kind of rope. I need to bring a trash bag with me, and then when I'm waiting for storms, I can clean up. I think I should do that. Yo, don't even joke about me getting attacked by a bird. Y'all know I hate birds. Y'all know I'm afraid of birds. I want to go make a fort down there. Hey, thank you, Mary, for gas money for Wednesday. You're amazing. Amazing. Mary wants to be able to tell me what color I can dye my beard. That's why she's donating those super stickers. Don't let her fool you. She's gonna try to get me to turn my beard pink, which I totally would do. If y'all know me, I don't give a squirrel attack. Oh my God, you guys don't wish that kind of luck on me. There's the bird again. Been laying down there. What's up, Brian? We're just out here watching us bust. Ugh. What else? Where's that at? Ooh. Tim Marshall. Credit him for that picture right there. That's a beast. That's down in Texas. Yeah. That's nuts. Look at this. All right, guys, I want to show you. This is from the velocity from that tornado that was down in Texas. One, look at that hook. This is the hook right here that people talk about. And then if you want to look at velocity, zoom out. So you see where you see that red and that purple touching each other really closely? That's what we call a couplet. And that's a particularly strong one with those colors. That's crazy. Yeah, that one, that's a doozy right there, guys. That was the one that picture that you just saw, that tornado that Tim Marshall got down there in Texas. Yeah, that's some crazy, crazy, crazy structure though. Beautiful storm to photograph. Super jealous I wasn't down in Texas today.
Yeah, that was nice.
I think a lot of people are gonna miss that because honestly, I mean, there's been one storm that's been tornado warned up in Iowa the whole time. Here's another photo of that tornado. Beautiful images of tornadoes right there.
Yeah, that would be nice.
See, if we look over here, we'll look at some radar real fast, y'all. So if we look at let's go ahead and look right here at Iowa.
Violent stovepipe east of Palmer, Iowa.
Violent stovepipe east of Palmer. This is it right here. Let's wait for this to load. There we go. All right, that's the one that they're saying. Hey, thanks, Brian. I appreciate that. Appreciate that gas money, sir. If you're not here, Brian, they're doing a thing where whoever gives me the most super chats by the end of April gets to tell me what color I dye my blonde streak in my beard. So.
Oh, I'm dying. We didn't go to Iowa now.
You seeing pictures of it?
Well, just the road's going.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like in the middle of a radar hole, so it's really hard.
It's right here. Right there. Got it up. That's the storm in Iowa right now. That's right out. That's just outside of Palmer, Iowa. Crazy. Yeah, I've done it blue and orange. That's the two colors I've had it most recently. It's okay, Jackson. Don't feel like you have to donate for that. It's just a fun little game that if you have the money to do it, that's fine. If not, definitely no pressure. I don't want anyone to feel like they have the pressure to do anything like that. Well, y'all, this is us right here. This is the dry line, and this is no storms. No storms. So we're probably getting ready to start heading back soon. I'll let y'all tell me in the chat. There's not a ton of y'all in there. Do y'all want to just go along for the drive on the way back? What do y'all think? Do y'all want to do the drive back or what? Or should I just end the live? I'm down just to hang out. I mean, anybody that's watching this in retrospect, there's not going to be any storms. So don't think you're watching this and you're going to see storms. That's not going to be the case. Let me see. All right, cool. Let me get the setup. If y'all want to go live on our drive back home, I'll get it so that we can. Do you want it facing the road or facing us? Y'all tell me. I wish I could vote. Oh, that was good. Facing us, okay. We can do that, Amelia. We can switch it back and forth too. YouTube's cool like that. They let you do that midstream. I don't know why TikTok took that ability away. That was stupid of them. I literally cannot understand why they did that. But let's see if this is a good enough view here. If we get it right here, I don't know if it's gonna be far enough back. How's that? How's that for a look? TikTok is stupid. TikTok is stupid, but man, TikTok showed me so much love. Yeah, Jackson, join us on Discord. That's free. What up, Preston? Okay, the only thing I need help. Can you use your phone so I mean this just to get me back to 35? Yes. I think I can go this way, but let's see what it tells us. Chad, maybe you can, while we're driving too, maybe you can give us some play-by-play on whatever's happening in the storms. Have a little fun. Yeah, Waze can be a pain. Waze is great for a long road trip.
I think the problem is we're on top of it, so
things start driving this way and see what happens.
Yeah, either way, it'll be back.
It'll take us back over there. Just go this way and turn on the next road I go to my left on.
Yep. Well, that says go right.
Okay. Okay, cool. We'll listen to it. Alright, everybody. Heading back to Oklahoma City. Just so if you're watching this stream later on my channel, I don't want you to think you're going to watch this and see some storms. We've busted. But some people just kind of want to hang out as we drive back, so we're going to do that. No, we didn't. We tried for a Central Oklahoma play today because we had some unfortunate circumstances yesterday that didn't allow us to chase. So, unfortunately, no storms today. Saw a heck of a lot yesterday. good news is we're not far from home.
Yes, that is.
I'll keep it up on this for right now, just in case just in case a magic miracle happens.
Would be a miracle.
See what it looks like if I switch it around. Okay, that's cool. I like this view. That's actually the way I might do it when I'm solo chasing on YouTube. Just use my phone like that.
That seems way easier than the GoPro.
It does, but the GoPro just gives such a better view of a storm, you know?
That's true, yeah, with the wide angle.
With the wide angle of it.
What about the picture quality? Is it the GoPro better than the iPhone?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, because it's a little bit better, because what's up with my little sticky thing here? Everybody, gotta get this. Alright. There we go. A little Chad in there, too. Gotta have a little Chad on the video. A little Chad. So what's everybody else doing besides not driving back home after busting?
Read the comments on there?
Yeah. They'll pop up on the screen. I think I got it. There's a way I can switch it to have it all the way on.
About 35 on.
I should do a tornado podcast. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I've thought about adding a podcast to my repertoire off season to talk about like podcasting or storm stuff, but honestly if I did a podcast I would do something that was a little bit more broad. I would like to talk about a lot of my other interests. Not storms for me tonight. No, unfortunately, it does not look that way unless something fires up unexpectedly here. We knew today was a long shot. Let's see if I can place it. No, it's this thing under. Hold on, here you go. I'll let you. Here you go. Show them some pretty views while I'm fixing this.
That's not a pretty.
So all this dust up here, that's it. Sticky really good on there. Good.
Turn right on US 77.
Alright, here we go. Let's see now. I think I got it now. There we go. Right.
Says we're an hour and 22 minutes from home. So, not too bad.
How many two?
An hour and 22 minutes. 86 miles, not too bad.
Look at the radar near South Dakota. I'm about to fix this real fast. We should put my other one up here.
Sucks.
Sand does suck, I'm not gonna lie. I need to buy new ones.
You get like that one that I have.
Hold this in place. Talk to my peeps for a second. I forgot I bought a new one and I haven't.
We're having technical difficulties.
Hey, really close. Look at me. So I just got this guy. I haven't exactly got it all hooked up, but it will take me a second here. Okay, so this probably goes like this.
You're fixing that one over there.
So this is a new super heavy duty tripod that I got, or suction cup one that I got. There we go. Tighten up. It's got this little phone holder on this side of it. I can put in like this. This thing looks serious, I'm not gonna lie. Oh dang, that's why. I think really suction cups on something. Suction cup on there. Then I figure out. Oh crap.
Big.
It might not fit right there. Let me see.
you can mount it on the windshield.
Yep, that's what we'll try to do next. I have to take this down. I'm not gonna need this today, unfortunately. Am I doing it wrong? No.
You want this one down also? Or?
Just confused at why it's not. Oh, there it went. Huh?
Should have gone.
Yeah. I do like this one because of this. So much functionality as far as like.
Swivel.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that really tight pretty soon.
It's actually really cool. How much did that thing cost you?
$15 on Amazon. I will. I'll send you.
I've got that one back there for the GoPro, but I did not have it.
It's this tight one. I need to. There we go. Yes, please.
Now we're ready.
Yeah, we're ready-ish. Now that we've fumbled around with that for way too long. Never mind, I'm sorry. Let's move this stuff a little fast. This camera back there. This GoPros.
I know there's like GoPros over here.
I have so many GoPros. It's ridiculous. All right, but everybody, now we're getting back on the road. Where do I get on? So yes, keep going straight.
That's us staying going straight for 7 miles.
Okay.
I think we're gonna enter a town on 6th Street.
Where are we heading? We are heading back to the hizzy, to the house, back to Oklahoma City.
We're gonna drive through Perry.
Okay, we're gonna drive through Perry real fast. Any storms for Oklahoma tomorrow? I do not believe so. I think we are pretty in the clear tomorrow. You guys get a good close up of my arm tattoos. Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna be heading to Arkansas tomorrow. As long as it doesn't, as long as the system doesn't shift really far to the east, I probably will be.
I heard after this system it's gonna be quiet a little bit on the storm front for
Yeah, I feel like that's usually like the cycle. It'll go like, like a week at a time or something.
There was some talks about, I think, this Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, in Western.
But I think it's kind of looking on some models. So.
Awesome. I appreciate that you like the channel, J-Dog. I mean, relatively still new to YouTube. Try to get get out there and do live storm chasing with your storms. Unfortunately, today, where we are at, we are not seeing any storms. But we kind of figured that was going to be the case for today. We got to drive through some really pretty country this morning. I should have went live for that drive, honestly.
Yeah, that would have been.
We basically drove through the western part of the Ozarks this morning, driving from where we stayed last night. What was the name of the town we stayed in?
Harrison.
Yeah, we stayed in Harrison, Arkansas last night. That's where we just had to find a hotel when I got sick.
We should have live streamed all those deer we seen driving.
Oh my God, so many deer last night driving home. It was crazy.
We almost hit that one. That was crazy.
A little bit of even that one has a pretty good view right there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not. It's actually nice out here. I was just thinking that a few minutes ago. I don't think I've ever been like through Perry or I've been down I-35 through this area, but not on I-30. Yeah, it's nice out here.
The other thing that I do appreciate about the GoPro versus the iPhone is the image stabilization.
Probably not too wobbly.
Oh, it's not at all yet. GoPros, I mean, your iPhones are pretty rough.
Oh, I see what you're
Is there where did that spray go? Remember yesterday I was like, yeah, the window cleaner.
That's in the back somewhere. Listen.
Give me a little dab.
Little dab. Dab will do you.
Confirmed tornado in Clayton, South Dakota. Okay. That's close. Is that close to you, Amelia?
Let's check it out.
Chad will take a look at it real fast. There we go. Had to get that little circle off there.
Get the dinging taken care of.
Well, I know when I'm supposed to turn. I'm assuming it'll probably be a road that takes me right towards like I-35 or something.
Left on 6th Street. It's a few miles up here, but I'll.
The left? It's taking us back. You put it in like non-highway route? It's I-35 that way. Cleaning and driving. That was not me cleaning and driving. That was someone else's arm.
Well, it's like a slight left.
Oh,
and then
okay.
there you go, like, you know what I mean? But it shows kind of a turn. So that's
Gotcha.
why, Let's check out this tornado in South Dakota.
South Dakota Nader.
Yeah, I can definitely see that being a tornado.
Huh. Nope, it was peanut butter crackers, not me.
Close though.
It was me, not Chad, Savannah. There is. At least 2 funnels. Yeah, the tornadoes are in Iowa. We are aware. We are definitely aware.
They're also in Texas.
Yeah, tornadoes in Iowa and Texas. Not here. Oh, right here is where I took this. I gotcha. Some kids practicing t-ball over there. Isn't that just adorable? I'm assuming this is where I was taking the side left, right? This is that too early. I don't have a GPS, so it's wrong.
In 700 feet, turn right, then turn left.
It's a little further ahead. Woo, that's a bright sun. Keeping my seeing glasses on.
Turn left on US 77, North 6th Street.
This should take you to 25.
Head to I-35.
Mile. Turn right on US 64, US 77, 1st Street.
That one will take you to 25. Quiet little town.
Little town of Perry, Oklahoma. I've been here before.
That's very
Turn right on US 64, US 77, 1st Street. In 2.3 miles. Turn left on I-35 South toward Oklahoma City.
Eyes are down. It is hella bright.
goodness for sunglasses.
Okay. Glad I got my prescription ones right now. Okay. Sometimes when I take my normal glasses off, I don't put them back in that case and then I'll lose them. Because you know, ADD. Boomerang Diner. And dispensary. There's a Tractor Supply by my house. I like Tractor Supply actually. I go there for all kinds of stuff. Yeah, this one is supposed to be good enough that you can hold up like a DSLR or another camera with it. It has different attachments.
So it's like to that window, like pretty strong.
Oh, yeah, you can
That's why I was like, send me a link to that. I like it. Or just to like hold the phone, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty good little stand.
I'm used to like when I drive, I always put my phone like right here on my lap, so it's like always accessible. That's why yesterday, like,
Good night, Mary. Thank you for being on the stream. Thank you for all the stickers. Appreciate that. I'll make sure to get some beard ties.
In half a mile. Turn left, then keep left.
There's I-35. Huh?
should be good from here, right?
Oh yeah. I got this from here. out of the eyes. Wow. So if you're just joining in, we are in central Oklahoma, not chasing at the moment. We had like some issues last night with it kept us from being able to get further up north. I got a little sick. For those of y'all just joining me, after we got done chasing, we started driving, and I think I got some food poisoning / motion sickness. I don't know what it was. We were driving through the mountains, and we were having to stop every 5 minutes for me to vomit. So we could not go to like. We couldn't get up as far north as we wanted to get, so we had to stop earlier. Like, I was in bad shape, y'all. Like, I couldn't, like, for real, every 5 minutes I was having to stop. So that's why we're not up in Iowa. But honestly, I feel like Texas would have been the best play today. Definitely to get photogenic tornadoes. We'll have to see what comes out of Iowa and that area in the next hour or so. But so far, the best photogenic tornadoes I've seen today have been the one down there in Texas.
They said the wind shear was supposed to be lacking down there too, but apparently it wasn't.
Apparently. Where's everybody watching from? Let me know. Where y'all from? Where you at? What you doing? Where you at? Oh, you got plans? Don't say that. I do know where you're from, Savannah.
Indiana.
Arkansas? Oh yeah, I might be heading back there tomorrow. Y'all just hanging out riding with us. Riding with Edgar and Chad.
People ask what storm chasing is like. This is 90% of it.
90% of storm chasing
Driving
is this.
somewhere.
Driving somewhere. Driving to a storm, driving away from a storm. 60 miles southwest of Chicago. I've spent a decent amount of time in Chicago. Back in my band days, you know, I used to manage bands and all that kind of stuff, and I'd always be up there for Lollapalooza. Up there in Chicago. I haven't got a lot of chance to chase up in northern Illinois, but I have a feeling I'll probably get some opportunities to do that this June. Crazy day yesterday storm chasing for those of y'all that weren't on the stream. I mean, all day long, me and Chad were on the same tornado warned storm. Pretty much all day long, right up on it. Basically, we're in the notch almost the whole day. Saw crazy low wall clouds, literally scraping the ground, tons of funnels, and mainly lots of massive hail. That hail was so crazy. One of the things people they underestimate is how loud hail is. When it hits the roof of your car, it'll make you jump. Like, me and Chad both were like,
yeah,
like it makes you jump.
My shoulders shrugged up a few times, I know that.
Yeah, I mean, that hail will really just make you, like, jump and tense up because it's loud. Like, one time, the worst hailstorm I ever went through was in the panhandle of Texas one time. And I basically core punched a storm that had, like, softball-size hail in my old car. And when I got out of it, literally my ears were ringing. Like, it was just like, from all the sound of all the hail. It was that loud inside the car. Can you guys hear me talk okay with all the road noise? I didn't even think about that. Whereabouts in Arkansas are we thinking about tomorrow? I don't really know, but probably, I mean, honestly, I'll probably just drive straight down I-40 towards Fort Smith and then see where the storms are coming up as I'm driving. Okay, thank you for letting me know there. I never know if you can hear me or not because it's really loud. There's a lot of road noise in my car. And it's a little windy outside today, so it's kind of blowing me all over the place and making it even a little louder. Fire is really still burning down there in South on West Oklahoma, huh?
Yeah. Well, it was like a major fire risk today, so I'm not sure.
We got excited for a second because we thought storms might be forming, but nah, it was just a brush fire that happened in Oklahoma.
Wouldn't that have been crazy though if that created the lift to initiate a thunderstorm?
That would have been. Thank you, Kitty Hawk. We definitely will be safe. We're definitely going to be safe today because we're really not chasing anymore. We're just driving back home at this point. But yeah, I had a really successful chase yesterday. It was pretty fun. Where are we? We just got on I-35 and we're south of Perry, heading down towards Guthrie. We're not too far. We're about an hour away from home. You guys want to help me brainstorm some ways to fundraise for my chases? I need all the ideas you can think of. I hate just like asking for people for money for nothing, so I'm trying to think of like fun ways that I could get money for gas and hotels, but also that it was a way that, you know, the people that gave the money got something out of it besides seeing the stream. So I'm definitely up for ideas if y'all have any. Roughly one day of chasing, just in gas and hotel, I would say costs around $200 a day to storm chase. This probably would be my rough estimate, maybe a little more, 200 to 250 bucks every time I go out. Every day I storm chase. Auction off some older pictures, yeah, I could do that. I mean, the problem with that is printing and shipping photos is really, really hard and expensive. So the price that I would need to sell them for to actually make it worth it after getting them print, frames, and shipping off is really high. And so, yeah, I don't mind doing that. It's just the margins are really low for a lot of work. What did somebody else say?
You need to post your Cash App.
I do. My Cash App is in my, if you click on my link tree in my bio, my Cash App's there. I always tell people about my Cash App, and rarely, in the beginning, a few people did, but lately, haven't been getting a ton of donations there. I think I got $10 in the past, like, 2 weeks on Cash App out chasing, so it definitely hasn't been that great of a revenue. And I love these super stickers and stuff. The downside of super stickers and super chats is, I don't know if you all know that TikTok takes, I believe it's 40% of them, almost 50% of what you guys donate to me. Same with YouTube. TikTok does the same with their gifts. Sell the parts of my car that fell off. You know, if people were willing to buy them, I would do that. Just sell my old broken windshields. I mean, I bet you could make some art out of broken windshields, honestly, if you had a real creative person. But
That would be cool to auction off something.
yeah, I mean, I've seen other chasers like put like scrolls on the bottom of their screen that'll like say, you know. Vince does that on YouTube when he storm chases. we'll have like a thing that has like, you know, a $4,000 April goal of raising money from super chats and stuff like that. So that's a possibility. Riding the semi's bumper, y'all. He definitely has zero chill for that semi. Sorry, that's super shaky when I do that.
I don't think the semi cares.
I don't think the semi cares at all. Letting everybody know we do have a Discord contest going on. Whoever can post the best storm photo will get a free nitro. Yeah, I like Vince's setup, but I'm pretty sure the way Vince does it, and the only way I can figure out that he does it, one, he either has his laptop in his car, or he is sending his feed to someone at like a home base that has like Streamlabs, and they're running that in because he's got his GPS on the screen, he's got radar, his live radar on the screen. I could do that if I had someone at a home base that was willing to run my stream while I'm going, but that's like asking a lot because they have to sit there in front of a computer the whole time I'm streaming and keep up with everything. And basically what I would do is, you know, send them my live footage, and then they would stream that footage with all the overlays on it. That might be something that I can shoot for next year, having like a home base person to run all my lives, but that would take a lot of work for somebody. And I storm chase so often, it's really hard to find someone that can commit to that level. But it's definitely something worth looking into.
Godfrey just died.
That's crazy.
That's sad.
He's the dude that talked really loud and annoyingly, and he was a comedian, right?
Yeah.
He was pretty funny on a few of the like Comedy Central roasts that I've seen him on.
He was the voice of the parrot in Aladdin.
Aladdin too, yeah, I remember that. I can show you the world. I can't sing, y'all. I mean, everybody can sing, but I can't.
I can't sing.
I can play a guitar though, and a bass. No singing.
So I was just looking out here. Was that mirror already like that, or is that from yesterday? Getting back by your
Oh, that's from yesterday. I might have to get some flex tape on that mirror, huh?
Yeah. I just noticed it kind of.
I see that.
I seen another chaser post that they lost their headlights yesterday.
Ooh, that would suck.
That would definitely.
That'd be a real bummer. That hill was big enough yesterday. Like, if we would have been driving full speed on that road when we were getting hit by that hill, it would have like broken the whole front window. Like,
oh yeah, I saw another one that had there were spots like everywhere where.
It's so random that they all three happened right here next to you on the edge.
I know.
Which I'm really grateful for because I know that sounds bad, but it doesn't mess up when I have to put my cameras up to show out the windshield.
Exactly.
That's really that was the final deciding factor for me actually getting my windshield replaced.
It's almost like you get a bonus windshield.
Yeah.
You broke one, but you still.
Yeah, I still got it for a while.
Got a functional use on it.
I'm gonna ride this one out until it breaks a little bit more. Ride out.
I wonder if you can do anything to keep that from spreading at all.
I don't know, but like you can't. I thought about taping it, but the cracks in between the panes, like you can't feel the cracks from the outside. It's so weird.
Right.
That one's. I mean, they're pretty bad. my other ones weren't that bad when they first got there, and then they eventually worked across the windshield. So I'm sure eventually those are going to work across my windshield.
No, that was some big hell yesterday, dude.
Crazy. Can you tell me what that says? I can't read when I'm driving. My eyes ain't that good.
My teenager was texting this girl and not doing his homework, so I took his phone away. Then he texted using his watch. I told him if he texted her again, I was going to text her. This is kid's name, mother. He cannot text or call until his homework is done. And embarrass the hell out of him.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. If you really wanted to embarrass him, you would grab his phone and be like, hey, my name's Jill. Stop texting my boyfriend. I'm hanging out with him right now. That's how you get him.
That might get him in trouble, though.
Yeah, but he'll never do it again. I'm evil. That's the type of parent I am. I'm like, this is the type of parent I am. So when my kids were like in middle school, and that age, they get embarrassed really easily, right? So I have like all kind, like I had like this crazy pink bunny costume that somebody bought me one time. That's a whole different story. It was when I worked for the state, and someone bought it because I said if you bought me the bunny outfit from the Christmas Story, I'd wear it, and then they bought it, so I wore it. But I used to like get in that bunny outfit and like drop the kids off to school. Yo, it was so good. They hated it.
I bet.
But it was so good.
But the other parents thought it was funny.
Oh yeah, like all the teachers would be laughing their butts off and stuff. And I'm just out there in a pink bunny. The downside of that is it probably also, some parents were probably a little weirded out, honestly. They were like, who is this crazy old dude?
What's this guy doing in a bunny suit?
Yeah, exactly. Why is this dude in a bunny suit? At 7:30 a.m.
They're available iPhone charger.
If you can find the white one, there's like a white braided one somewhere. That's something. I don't know where it's at. I only have one other iPhone cord.
It's not that big. I'm down to like 13%. And I'm gonna call Brooke before I get home. Get some food DoorDash, so whenever I show up, my food will be showing up.
All at the same time.
Try to coordinate that.
You're going to be a substitute teacher at a school? That could be cool. I was embarrassed. So when I was in 5th grade, my mom was like a fitness instructor. And so she did aerobics. And so imagine being like a 5th grade boy and then your mom having to come to your school in leotards and do aerobics in front of all your friends. And then you had to hear about it from all your friends every day. Yeah, that sucked. That wasn't fun. That was totally embarrassing. And it was like totally those like, those late 80s leotards. I don't know if anyone else is old enough to remember those.
I have a good visual.
Yeah, of course you do. I have some other funny workout stories. One time, so for those of y'all that don't know, I used to be in bands and stuff growing up. And so I think this was like when I first started touring. I was 19. I was in a band called Stalemate. It was a punk band, and we were touring, and we were in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and we happened to have a really good friend that stayed there, so we got to stay at her house. But she lived with her parents at her time because she was like 18, and my whole band, we were 16 to 20 years old in our band. So we were in Myrtle Beach, and like it was like 3 in the morning, and we were bad. We would stay at people's houses, and if you go through, like, we're gonna rummage through your videos, we're gonna look at everything. And so we found Sweatin' to the Oldies video. I don't know if you remember Sweatin' to the Oldies. Who was that dude with the big fro that used to do workouts?
Richard Simmons.
Richard Simmons. It was a Richard Simmons video. So me and my bandmate Jason thought it was hilarious to start doing Sweat to the Oldies at 3 a.m. in their living room, right? And we were like we were so rude. I can't even believe we did that kind of stuff. But we were just like, that mom came out like in her robe and was like, what the hell are you guys doing? Why are y'all doing Sweatin' to the Oldies? Like, while you're at 3 o'clock in the morning? And I was like,
why not? Seemed like a good time. Good assignment.
Yeah, I mean, I have band stories out the wazoo, man. It's never a good idea to be 19 years old and start traveling across the country with your friends. Like, you know, we weren't like a big band, so we had to, you know, we stayed with people a lot. Like every night after the show, we would always just ask, like, hey, who can we house can we stay at tonight? There was always a willing participant. Although sometimes, like, it would be like a kid, like a girl. It usually was a girl who would let the band stay at, you know, their parents' house. But like, it was always like the worst feeling to walk in a house and like, you know, some 16 or 17-year-old girls like letting this band stay at their house, and like their parents are all like giving you the eyeball when you walk in. But yeah, one time we were up in Connecticut, and I remember we played this one show, and then we talked to this kid that we're staying at his house to have a house party show afterwards because his parents were out of town, and they were really wealthy people from Connecticut. So he agreed, and so us and the other band that we were on tour with after our show that night did an after-party show at someone's house. Dude, people were like jumping and knocking holes in the ceiling. Like, a punk band in a house show is just not your, like I'm pretty sure we probably got that kid in trouble for the rest of his life. Like he was doing it too, though. He was wild, man. Like, they had like 2 prize-winning poodles, and we dyed one purple and one blue. Like, dude, we like were so terrible. Like, punk bands back, like, I mean, you gotta realize too, this was like the time where like the Jackass videos and the but before that they were just skate videos that were like it was the guys from Jackass and skate videos just doing all kinds of stuff. So that was kind of really popular back then. We did all kinds of wild stuff, man. One time I'd always seen, I don't know if you'd ever seen that thing, like, you've heard the story that, you know, like if you flush a fire, like a little tiny firecracker in the toilet, it'll blow it up. Yeah, it really does. Funny thing about that story is recently I was messaging in a message group talking about old bands from the 90s, and some kid was like, hey, do you remember me? I was like, oh man, sorry, I don't remember you. And because I just didn't remember. And then he was like, you blew up my toilet in my house. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember you. He got on restriction for like a month for that. Yeah, we were bad, man. We were a Christian band, so like sometimes we would like, we were a Christian band, but we were a bad Christian band. We shouldn't have been a Christian band, but we sometimes like someone would come to be a part of a church and be like, hey, we don't have a place for you to sleep, but you can sleep in our church tonight. And we had like we had a little video camera, and anytime that would happen, we would just like, we were so bad. Like, we would just like make videos like we were preaching from the pulpit, joking around. Like, we'd go find like their like choir robes, and like, God, we swam in baptismal pools. We were terrible.
Yeah, we're kids, especially boys. We all kind of have our.
I mean, yeah, I mean, just anybody at 19 years old, if you let them loose into the world like that, some crazy stuff will happen. I feel like that's why I have to, you know, run a nonprofit now as well, so that I can make some amends for all those terrible things that I did when I was touring in a band.
My biggest worry is I got a 5-year-old following right behind me. So
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be in trouble in a few years.
Our teens are pretty good. We have 2 teens. They're good. But yeah, so much crazy stuff happens when you're on tour. One time my bandmate Brad was like, he's the drummer in my band. He lives in Dallas now, but he still plays for a few other bands. But this dude, we were like, we were touring in Niagara Falls, New York. We had a show that day. The show didn't get over till really late. We didn't get back to the house, and like, for some reason Brad had this dream that he could pee off of Niagara Falls, right? Like, if you've ever been to Niagara Falls, you know, like, it's not really set up for that, right?
Yeah.
But we were like, all right, we'll go at 3 in the morning and we'll see if you can pee off Niagara Falls. This idiot like hops a gate, like starts jumping out on the rocks, like at the top of Niagara Falls. Which if you've ever been there, it's like completely stupid to do that. And he did it, and he peed off he got to pee, not off Niagara Falls because you couldn't get that close, but that's all on a VHS tape. So I really want to find it. I have no clue who has that VHS tape. Although some of it's probably really incriminating, might not be good to have it. That was now 22 years ago. It's crazy to think. Crazy. Long story short, if any of you have kids and they come to you and say, hey, a band wants to stay the night at my house, say absolutely. Just don't do it. Somebody's gonna like steal all your food. Dude, we would like, you made the mistake. If we stayed at your house and you're like, what we have is yours, we would go grab the garbage bag and go to your pantry and fill it up for the rest of our, because the next house might not have any food. And we were poor, dude. We had like this, one of our friends named Scraggle would come, he would just come on the road with us and run merch and help us with stuff. I remember he came on one tour, he didn't have no money but a bag of freaking nickels. Straight up, just nickels. And like we were going for a month. And he would do crazy stuff, man. He would like eat bugs for money and stuff, like outside the shows. Punk rock in the 90s wasn't, was a pretty crazy scene, so.
I'd pay someone to eat a bug.
Yeah. One time, one of the gross stories of him eating a bug. So we were on tour with this other band called 710 Split, and they were like another punk rock band. And the lead singer was really like squeamish, and so we were all out before the show and like the circle talking to a bunch of kids that were coming to the concert, and Scraggle was like, yeah, I'll eat he's like, I'll eat a bug for like $5, and he's like, and then, but it got up to like $25, and it was a flying cockroach, which is just disgusting. So John's like already about to gag, the guy that was in this band, and Scraggle throws it in his mouth and starts crunching, and you know, he swallows it, but then he coughs, and a straight up wing just flies out of his mouth, and John just lost it and started vomiting everywhere. Yeah. Mom, if you're watching this now, sorry, none of this really happened.
It ain't much, but it's honest work.
It was not honest work. And that was like back in the days before, like, you know, you could, like, we didn't have GPS, like we were touring with maps. Like, and if you were lucky if you got to someone's house that had like dial-up internet and that you could print out a MapQuest direction on like paper, and it was not always right. Like MapQuest directions were definitely not always right.
Or they didn't have a printer and you had to write it down.
Yeah, you wrote it down. You always wrote something wrong. Like, oh my gosh, no cell phones. We didn't tour with cell phones. We broke down so many times, dude. Just like have to hitchhike to like the next town and you know get a plug to fix the tire, or you know get a tow to get your radiator replaced. We've had all kinds of crazy stuff happen.
Back in the good old days.
I don't know if they were good, but they were the old days. I mean, good stories.
It was fun while you were there.
Yeah, my body is broken and hurt from all those years of doing that kind of stuff. Now I storm chase, so what do you know? Sometimes life just throws you those weird curveballs. Stupid kids. I bet none of y'all on the stream have any dumb stories that you did when you were younger. The best is I know like some of my bandmates will end up seeing this and they're going to be like, why are you ratting this out, bro? Why are you ratting this out on stream for everybody to hear? Not at all. Yeah, I don't believe that, Jamie. Almost to heaven. It's rare when you get home before dark in a storm chase. Also, if you get home before dark in a storm chase, it always means that you busted, so.
I want to say this is probably the first just cat bust, which we kind of knew.
Yeah.
It was a good possibility, so. You know, I'm not down on the day. It's still a good day.
I already had my expectations for the day's storm chase. Which is crazy because, you know, like a week ago we were all looking like today as like the craziest day. And honestly, underperformed. Oh, look at that. That line is definitely formed early. Got a line of severe forms now, dropping down to the southwest of Omaha. They'll eventually get down to southern Kansas, most likely. And then they're just basically going to sweep across over the early evening over to the east.
60 and 70 mile an hour winds out in front of that.
Yeah, that's what that probably. I mean, there's definitely a chance for some QLCS spin ups in there, but all those are going severe because of just that wind right out in front. 60, 70 mile per hour wind will do a lot of damage. Yeah, that tornado in Texas was the spot to chase today, in my opinion, so far. We'll see what comes out, but there's going to be a lot of chasers that are going to be bummed that they drove up there.
Let me see if I can find any good Iowa tornadoes.
Savannah, how am I feeling today? I'm feeling good, actually. I'm feeling fine. Like I said, I took some Dramamine last night when I got to the hotel and passed out. Woke up this morning, I felt a little weak. But I think that was just because I had, vomited everything that was in my stomach up the night before.
You gotta see this one. I think he's trying to say Palmer.
Is that Jeff?
Yeah, that's Jeff.
That rascal.
I told you he was a good.
That rascal. Yeah, he is. After I met him last week, I started following him and I was like, this dude's awesome.
Yeah, he's a guy you would definitely respect. But you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
He's good.
Well, like that day, he just walked up to us, had no clue who we were. This is the other reason why I like Jeff, because he's friendly like me. That dude had no clue who we were. We were out there waiting for storms to initiate. He just pulls up and just takes his tablet out of his truck, comes up to us. It's like, I want y'all to look at this. Look at this. And he started telling us everything. I was like, that's cool. What do I normally do on these drives when I'm not streaming? I mean, if someone's with me like Chad, honestly, well, hell, we've talked about every subject under the book at this point.
Yeah.
Sports, storms. The best way to get time to go by with another person is to have good conversation. That really helps.
We know each other pretty well now, I'd say.
Yeah, we know a lot about each other. You start spending multiple days of 10 plus hours in a car with someone. You get to know people really quick. I mean, and sometimes we'll just rock out to music. But this trip hasn't had very much of that at all. Honestly, music is good, but conversation is the thing that makes time go by the fastest when you're driving long distances, in my opinion. What's your house rules for the alphabet game? What did that say?
Alphabet game on drives. The alphabet game. I guess I don't know.
Oh yeah, are you talking about where you have to find a letter that, you start with A and you gotta find a word that starts with A, then B, C, D, and the first one that gets all the alphabet finds, if you're oh, G, Great Dane, but you have to go in order.
Okay.
So you have to find A first. So if you're driving, that sign would be oh, Applebee's, A, and then you'd have to find a B. We played that. I played with my kids, we used to always play the license plate game where you try to see if you can find all 50 states' license plates. That one's kind of fun.
I remember back in the day as a kid, you could pull your arm and all the truck drivers would honk their horn.
I've tried to do that a few times, and I think they thought if they're younger truck drivers, I think they think I'm trying to flip them off or something. But yeah, I used to do that all the time. I remember being in the backseat of my car, every trucker that went by. It's honk your horn!
I bet the old school truckers still appreciate it, though. In order A to Z, anything outside of the car counts. No duplicate letters. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I remember my family used to play that game when we were younger.
And you can't get the same, right? We both can't get the same.
Yeah, see, right, we could be Arcadia.
Okay.
A. And then we'd have to look for the next thing that would be a B word outside of the car. But if you know where you're going, you have like a little bit of advantage. Like if you know what like exits are coming
What's
up, and
coming
you know
up,
it's going to be
yeah.
at those exits.
It's true.
So if we did that one, let's see if we can find B now.
Please find.
That has to be a word.
Oh, it has to be a word.
Barn. So that's A, B. Now we're looking for C.
Canes on that sign back there.
What was it?
Canes.
Oh, there's Copeland too. There'll be D. Diesel, yeah. I always say the driver has the disadvantage in this game.
Yeah, that's.
But it's really fun when you have like a full car of people, because you'll start noticing you'll get to a few words that are really hard to find, like a few letters. You're like, dang, not very many letters. Start like Q.
Or a Z.
Yeah, Q and Z start getting difficult. Like I've been in Z, like you can like hopefully you'll have like a zoo exit or you know something along that. Q to me was always the hardest.
A zebra farm.
And if you're around here, Quick Trip, you just look for a Quick Trip gas
True
station.
that.
You could really challenge people and go. You could play the same game, but you play it backwards. That's fun too.
Start with the harder letters.
Start with Z and then go all the way back down. Mercy Hospital. Mercy North. Driving through Edmond, that's where all the rich people live.
My house is on the other side of town.
Me too. On my area, I live in like an area that's kind of like New Edmond. No, I can't really say I know. I mean, it's kind of like Surrey. Surrey's like a hybrid. I mean, I have a house that lives on a golf course, so I have to. I can't claim too much.
I remember when I was selling cars one time, there was a girl and I was like, oh, do you live around here? And she said, I live in Surrey Hills. And I said, that sounds familiar. Is that at an apartment complex or something? And like, she looked kind of offended, like I didn't know what Surrey Hills was.
I only get to live in Surrey Hills because of my wife. So, you know, because my wife's kind enough to be able to, like what she does, she can fund the majority of our bills and allow me to do something like storm chase now. She definitely makes me, you know, pay for storm chasing on my own, you know, through all the money that I make, you know, through you guys, you know, gas. But it's nice to also, you know, to not have to worry about paying bills while I'm trying to get started doing the storm chasing. I'm very, very lucky to have a wife that allows me to do that, and actually doesn't just allow me, she really encourages me to follow my, you know, my dreams and what I want to do. So that is rare, and I appreciate that more than anything. Super awesome. And like, she's super okay with storm chasing life, which is like, you gotta like pop up and like literally like it's sometimes it's like, oh, tomorrow I'm driving, you know, I'm gonna be gone for 3 days.
Yeah, no, man, you definitely got a good situation.
Yeah, I mean, I always say I know that I'm privileged to be able to start this. You know, a lot of storm chasers want to do it full time, and I recognize how lucky I am to do it, for sure. But I can't like just endlessly do it if I don't get to a point where, you know, I had to go. I took out a lot of money to get everything to get started with storm chasing, and I am not even close to paying that back because I'm just getting to the point where I'm almost completely paying for all my expenses. It's getting closer. Thanks to everybody that watches on the stream. YouTube has been a big help with that. I mean, just having that as an extra, it's like in the beginning when you're like a content creator, it's really about all the little bits of income that you can get coming in from different areas. You know, like you get money from super chat, super stickers, but then I'm now monetized on YouTube. So if I post some videos that get a lot of views, I make a little bit of money on that. I'm monetized for my views on TikTok, which doesn't pay almost anything and not even worth talking about. But I do get really good donations when I go live on TikTok, and that does help fund things. And then, you know, I have, you know, being an Amazon influencer, I have, you know, I can make a little bit of money that way. I have a merch store, which my profit margin isn't great. Like if you buy a t-shirt, I literally make $2, so it's not like it's not like I'm getting rich off those t-shirts, but that's just more for like spreading the word, and it's just kind of cool to have that kind of stuff.
So I know you're planning on doing hurricanes also. Do you plan on trying to chase anything else, like floods or
Floods, no.
blizzards,
I can't do floods just because I don't. Floods and blizzards are difficult. Yes, I want to do a blizzard, but not in this vehicle. Like,
right.
I need higher clearance for both of those. Because even with snow, like once it gets up past my bumper, I mean, it's just gonna rip my fenders off.
True.
So I can only chase, you know. I want to do a blizzard really, really bad, and I was gonna do that this year, but it's not worth it if I'm gonna rip the bumper of my car off. But if I have the means, and I would definitely love to ride along with someone. I've talked to a few other chasers that live up in the Northeast and stuff that would be like, hey, like you can come up here, chase with me, and then I would repay the favor. They could come down and chase tornadoes in my vehicle.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Hurricanes I like. Now, I still have to be careful about flooding with hurricanes, but worst case scenario, I just get stuck somewhere with that because I go set up, in a parking garage that's really high up. So I just might get stuck in that parking garage until the water recedes. But even with hurricanes, honestly, like when you have storm flood, I mean, really after the hurricane passes, it all drains back into the ocean, or it doesn't stay flooded, unless those rare situations like with Katrina where you had like dams break and levees bust. I mean, that was different.
Did you bring extra fuel with you? Or?
Yeah, I brought a gas can. I had extra fuel with me. I brought enough food for a week, and food and water for a week for me.
Oh, nice.
So if I got stuck up there for a week, I had enough food and water for a week. I actually had like all kinds of stuff, man. I brought like my full like camp toilet, like all my camp stove, like I basically had everything prepared that if I were to be stuck there for a week, I could survive. I basically use my car as like a generator. And I had gas, And the cool thing is, cars, like, if you're not driving and you're just like having them idle, they will like run for days and days and days.
Yeah.
It's basically like just having a really awesome generator. But I didn't have to stay that night because Uncle Rich, I was getting ready to go to sleep, and Uncle Rich was texting me because he had went back to his house. He was like, "Hey, I put a room in your name in this hotel." I was like, "Dude, you're awesome."
Nice, that was cool. I definitely would like to get in with you on one of those.
Oh, 100%.
If we get the opportunity.
That's the only thing I wish. I wish someone would have been on me with that hurricane, because it's way more downtime. Like, this is like hectic.
Yeah.
Like hurricanes, like you're just like chilling. Like you get in the storm structure and like.
And that's what I like about it too. There's no, hey, where do we get, like, just.
Yeah, you're not gonna bust.
Pick your spot and.
Yeah, you're not gonna bust
out.
on a hurricane. You're gonna get. And it is really fun to just go, like, you can, if you're in a parking garage, you can get on that top floor of the parking garage. And it's amazing if you've just never had the opportunity to experience like what 125, 150 mile per hour nonstop wind feels like. It's crazy. Like, I mean, it's unrelenting though. It's just like hours and hours of that wind.
Yeah, I've heard they can be kind of exhausting. Like after a while, you're just like, it just doesn't end, like.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna do hurricane chasing this year, 100%. The only month that I can't chase this year is the month of July. I'll be in Guatemala for the whole month of July this year.
Hey, you never know. You maybe get some chasing down there.
Yeah, I don't think I would. First of all, driving in Guatemala, like they don't have rules, man. It's wild.
No, just.
Bro, when you drive by and knock people's mirrors off and keep going all the time. Like it's not like what you think. Like it is madness. Like madness driving. Especially Guatemala City. Oh my goodness. Like,
you think that's from the fire or just from dust or?
I don't know, that haze. I think it's smoke, man. You want to get in the luggage? You can come, Savannah. We actually bring teams. That's what we do. That's what I'm bringing. I'm actually bringing a team of interns in July, teaching them how to be humanitarians or missionaries. That's the nonprofit that we have that we do. We're in Oklahoma City now. We're getting close to being home. Getting ready to drop Chad off. Yeah, so for those of y'all that don't know what I do, the other part of my time is I'm the assistant director for a nonprofit. We run and operate the only female drug and alcohol rehabilitation center in Guatemala, the only one that's specifically for women. We fund and help run a orphanage in Haiti and a school for over 150 children in Haiti. It's an orphanage that's filled with children that their parents passed away in the earthquake that they had, or in the last 2 earthquakes that they've had now. And Haiti's political situation's in a really rough place. And then also I write the curriculum and do the training. We do like a 4-month internship every single year where we train people to be humanitarians or missionaries. And then also we have like 2 staff in Guatemala, and right now we have 1 year-long intern that's living in Guatemala. The name of the town in Guatemala is Panajachel. That's where we stay on Lake Catalan. It's a beautiful lake. This town's on the edge of a lake. It's a massive lake, like super huge. It has 3 volcanoes surrounding it. It's surrounded by, tropical rainforest. Weather in Guatemala is always like beautiful. It's like 85 degrees in the day, 55 degrees at night all year round.
Any good fishing in that lake you're talking
Oh yeah, crazy fish that you don't get here, like tropical fish. Like it's pretty cool.
Pretty rad.
What did someone say? Yeah, it is a religious affiliation, but you don't have to be religious to come to any of our stuff. Like, you don't have to be a Christian, you don't have to be anything. Like, we accept anyone. Like, it's not like that type of thing. Like, we are, my mom started the organization. It is a Christian organization, but we are like probably about as open-minded as you can get, and like literally we don't care. Like, anybody can come and do anything. And we're not like one of those organizations where we like go and like, we don't try to like do like, we don't go around and do, just try to convert people to the American way. We just go over there and help by running drug and alcohol rehabilitation center. Right now we are helping a whole community. There's a Mayan village called Tierra Linda in Guatemala, and we're currently doing free English classes for all the kids there, because if you know English, like, you can get way better jobs in Guatemala. So we're doing like free English classes as well up there. And we have so we don't just go there and decide what we want to do. We have a board, an advisory board of people that live in Guatemala, from all different walks of life in Guatemala, from street vendors to teachers, and basically whatever we do, the community decides what we do. We don't try to go in there and be presumptive, like we know what we're doing for another country. We let them guide us and tell us it's their country, it's their culture, not us. We're just there to help in whatever means that we can help. And that's kind of the way our organization is ran there. But yeah, that's what I do when I'm not storm chasing or doing photography. I'm, running that nonprofit.
That's cool.
It's fun. It's my background before I quit to go full-time storm chasing and photography. I was a social worker for 7 years here in Oklahoma. So I have like a real heart for doing that kind of stuff. And now I get to storm chase too. So it's the best of both worlds. I get to storm chase a little. It's all over it as well. Dirty Feet Missions is the name of it.
If I didn't have the family and the little one, I'd love to go volunteer on something like that, but
It's hard to get away. It's really safe there, honestly. Guatemala City, not so safe, but once you get outside the city, like, my mom, is, a 62-year-old woman who has zero issue with, she's there right, actually, she came home today, but she'll walk around in the middle of the night. So safe there, especially in Panajachel. But my mom's also the crazy person. She'll do the same thing in Haiti, but when we go to Haiti, we have to have like armed security with us. Haiti is it's like one of the most violent countries in the world right now. Haiti and Venezuela. But when we go to Haiti, it's a completely different story. I mean, like we have to have like, you know, people with like ARs and machine guns like guarding us. My mom has gotten like her purse stolen there, but she's so revered in the community because she does so much for it. Like, it's funny, one time she got robbed, her purse got snatched in Haiti, and when the locals found out about it, they were literally putting together, they were really putting together a party to go hunt the person down and kill them. And my mom was like, no, you can't do that. Like, you know, my mom was like, that can't be on my conscience for my whole life. You can't do that. And so she talked him out of it. But Haiti is definitely way different. But Guatemala is safe. Haiti, like, we're not even going to Haiti right now because of how unsafe it is. Like, I don't know if you guys know, just recently on the news, like a group of like 15 missionaries were held hostage for like 2 or 3 weeks there. So yeah, Haiti's constantly going through civil wars, overthrow of their government. It's just it's a bad situation. But there are some storms in Guatemala. Like, it would be awesome if I could somehow pull off a storm chase in Guatemala. That'd be fantastic.
And maybe not even a tornado, but just a thunderstorm or something.
Oh yeah.
Like,
the other thing is so like Guatemala is like, it would be like chasing in like Colorado, like in the mountain part of it.
oh, okay.
Like, well, that's Guatemala. Guatemala is a very mountainous country. Like, the whole country is like mountains. Like, literally, the towns that we're on are set up around a lake because that's the only flat area. And it's literally surrounded by volcanoes, like active volcanoes too. I went there for the first time when I was 15 years old, and that's the first time I actually got to see an active volcano. It erupted while we were there. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, see, that would be pretty cool to check out. Do they have good food there? Like, what do you eat?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think so. But I'm not super picky. But yeah, I think the food's amazing in Guatemala.
Is it like similar to like the Mexican food that like you see around?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, they have their own style to it. I mean, you're gonna eat a lot of tortillas. You know, a lot of like different type of tortilla meals. Lots of black beans, lots of fruit, because obviously it's a real tropical country, so lots of fruit. I think the food's really good. The coffee is the best in the world. If you're a fan of coffee, in my opinion, I know other people have different, but Guatemalan coffee is definitely the best in my opinion. It's so good. Like, literally every time I go, I bring a bunch of stuff just to give, like, I make sure all the clothes and everything I bring I can leave and give away, and I just come back with a suitcase full of coffee. And it's funny because you gotta declare it, and it's always embarrassing when they see it, and they're like, so you're bringing back 25 bags of coffee? I'm like, yes.
Got the good stuff.
That's how much I love the coffee there. Yeah, so when I have busy weeks like this where I chase multiple days, I'm gone. Like, when I go back, basically all I'm doing is, like, I'll chase tomorrow, then Thursday and Friday, I'll just work all day long on my nonprofit. And then somehow, at night, I'll find ways to, you know, edit videos for YouTube and make TikTok videos and all that.
Yeah, you stay busy, man. I'll give you that.
It's a busy life. But honestly, I don't know what I would do if I wasn't busy. I'm not the type of person that could just, like,
Hang around.
yeah, I have too much, like, nervous energy to just sit. You know, like, I can do, the only way you can catch me, like, sitting is I do love TV shows and movies. So I can binge some TV and movies for sure, but that's like the only thing I have to just be doing that, or like working with my hands or doing something.
Yeah, I have no problem chilling. I like relaxing.
I wish I could chill more. I'm just not good at it, man. Let me take my glasses off.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you taking me with you on the chase.
Thank you, man. Yesterday was rad, bro.
Yeah, yesterday was awesome, dude. Like, definitely the best chase of, this year so far. No tornadoes, but I'd say as far as a non-tornado chase, I mean, that's probably at the top of the list.
Oh yeah, definitely for honestly, yesterday we got as close as you could get to seeing a tornado without seeing one.
Right.
I mean, that's literally as close as you can get. I mean, And honestly, there were a few times that I'm hesitant to say that we saw a tornado because we couldn't see the base of it. And there was probably a tornado on the other side of the hill.
I thought that same
But
thing.
you can't, I mean, you know,
Yeah,
you can't count those as a storm chaser unless you've actually seen that it was a tornado. Although we could go back and look at storm reports and see if any of them were touching down. We know exactly. Oh, we are in Oklahoma City right now, so the storms are just now trying to initiate on the dry line.
I'm wondering if that's just not smoke for.
I think so. That's exactly where the dry line would be.
You can see it kind of moving.
From there, maybe this is picking it up in the atmosphere. I didn't know that smoke, like, there has to be some really thick smoke to be picking up on radar, right? Radar doesn't
Yeah,
pick
it's
up
got to
clouds.
be a big fire usually. And on the VisSat, there's a certain one of the, I think it's one of the infrareds or something, but you can use that to spot wildfires really good too.
Gotcha.
I was trying to look it up earlier, but I couldn't remember the exact one. And
Fingerprints all over my glasses.
it's way hard to use on the phone. Like on the computer, it's way easier. That's what I need to get, a good laptop.
I have a MacBook Air. Should never bring it with me.
Well, I did kind of miss having the. Well, I mean, I was driving during most of the chase, but I like having the big iPad last time. Yeah, so.
Oh, cheesy.
Next time we go out, I'll make sure I bring that again, and I'll just tell the camera, sorry, this is for storm chasing, but understand. Brooke has an iPad he can play with too, so.
You know what they need? Let me tell you what service is needed for streaming. And I know there's things that are close to it, but not yet. So they need like a Spotify type of an account where you can pay a premium price
Okay.
to be able to play their music without getting copyright claims on, you know, on your streams. You know, I feel like that would be so used because you can buy that service to get, like, there are services where you can buy music that's copyright free that you can put on your streams and stuff, but it's usually, like, I'm talking about, like, you know, like current music and
Yeah.
and honestly they can make a lot of money because it's a problem that a lot of streamers deal with. 'Cause, I mean, YouTube is crazy, dude. You can, like, you put like a 2-3 second clip of a song and it'll like their system will catch it sometimes. It's like basically their whole. It's like I forget the name of the system YouTube uses, but it's a, you know, it's a AI system that literally recognizes waveforms. But that would be cool, so that way you could, like, you know, jam out on your chases and not have to worry about it. You can do it on TikTok. They don't care.
If you play music on there in the background or whatever.
Yep. Because you don't get paid for your. You only get paid if people donate you money. But I think eventually they're going to figure out a way to copyright claim you on TikTok too, because I'm sure artists like the fact that their music's getting used and they're not making any money on it.
I thought about trying to make a TikTok and posting like old video, like storm videos, and just trying to get the 1,000 followers, or that's what you gotta have to.
Yeah, it's
live
hard.
stream, right?
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to do it with just storm videos, only because if you search TikTok for that, there are a lot of accounts that do that.
As opposed to tornadoes.
Yeah, and that's what's ironic. I mean, if you look at my TikTok, none of my biggest videos are of tornadoes. All my tornado videos, they do okay, but that's just not, that platform is, you know, more about
like the 60-second or less little kind of clip.
Yeah, even those, like, I have like I post those tornado videos, and some of them do decently good, but honestly, my biggest videos are like, you do funny stuff. Like, TikTok definitely rewards personality, you know, like a creator. YouTube is, you know, same thing with YouTube though. If you just post YouTube videos of tornadoes, they don't get very, you know,
Right.
you're not gonna get a bunch of views. There's already a million of those, right? But get to 1,000 followers isn't hard. If you came on one storm chase with me and then got on my live in the comment section, and I told, like on a big one, and I told everyone to go follow you, you would get there really quick. I made a video for Jason the Storm Chaser. He was like 300 or 400 people away. And I made a video about it, and he got it in like an hour.
Well, I like, don't get me wrong, I like the live streaming thing on there. I don't know about the whole, like, trying to create, like, a video to, like, that's why I was thinking maybe tornado stuff, like, I don't know. Because I have some, like, decent old footage and, like, stuff that could be used or, you know, is cool. Good tornado video, but I'm kind of, like, don't really know what to do with it, you know what I mean?
But, you could try, I mean, you could, and it would, that's the cool thing about social media, you know, it's free to, there's not a real benefit to not trying, you know. You can always just...
Other than your pride, no.
I mean, honestly, I think getting to 1,000 subscribers is pretty easy if you make, like, you just have to make the effort for it, post a lot. Definitely, you know, post a lot of, and you need to have, whatever it is, it just needs to be original. So, even if you are chasing tornado videos, if they're your original videos, I think you could eventually get there. It just might take longer than if you were to, like, you know, do stuff for you. Like the one guy on TikTok that I was talking about, like, he's a younger storm chaser, and you know, I like what he's doing. Like, he literally just does all these, like, he'll do like a 15-second video and be like, this is a word that you need to know if you're into storm chasing, a hook, and then just gives a brief definition of what hook is, and be like, you know, when you hear someone say a beaver's tail, what does that mean? And like, just all these different, you know, storm chasing terminology words, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Savannah, we could just do, if you want your TikTok to blow up, we could easily just do like some sort of, I could duet a video. We could think of something clever to do, and it would be pretty easy, I think. We could just play like any of my mods.
I catch the arrow, turn left, and not go straight.
Yeah, we totally could. We could totally come up with some kind of idea, especially around like I would give any of my mods a shout out for all the work y'all do. We just have to come up with a concept to do a video, and then I would duet it, and we could get you to 1,000 followers. But what I tell everyone, just as long as you're okay with it, because the one thing that I didn't expect that does happen when you become a content creator is once you start getting more followers, just be prepared for trolls and hate and people saying rude things. You gotta have a pretty dang tough, you gotta have a tough skin to be a content creator.
I'll tell them all the same thing, say it to my face.
Yeah, but like you have to, like that's the thing is you're like, if you like engage trolls and do that kind of stuff, it'll overtake your streams,
That's true.
It's like, it's such a like, you just have to learn how to ignore it. But man, it can get under your skin after a while. I mean,
well, don't the mods like block people or kick people out if they start getting crazy? Okay.
They do, but I mean, when you have 10,000 people on a stream, it doesn't matter, man. Like, it's like
they're gonna keep on coming.
When it's not just streams, it's like the comments of your video. Do people come at you hard? They'll like make videos of you making fun of you and post them on TikTok. Tons of those, yes. I mean, if you, especially, it wasn't like that, not when you get to 1,000, but once I broke 100,000 subscribers on TikTok, that's when I started seeing that kind of stuff.
Yes, right. I'm sorry. I was trying to like picture, like, I don't know.
I mean, people do go wild. My mods do an incredible job on the live stream, especially when, as long as it's not so big that it's out of control.
I was gonna say I've never really seen any trouble going on in there.
No, they're really good, and too, like they're good at, you can block like keywords and stuff. So, like you can put you can just make it so if someone says certain words, this didn't even bother me. It was just getting annoying. So, and like I used a GoPro and super wide to do a video one time, and you know how if you use a fisheye, it gives you that real bubbled look.
Yeah.
But I like to use that bubbled look sometimes because it gives you like, if your video looks a tiny bit different than just like everybody that shoots it with a phone, I've noticed that you get more views on TikTok, right? And so, just because like people will like keep their eyes on it a few seconds longer, and on TikTok, their algorithm basically only rewards watch time. So the longer you can keep someone, even if they're not interested in your subject, looking at your screen, the more people TikTok's gonna show your video to.
Okay, that makes sense.
But so if he does it, it really, you know, it distorts your features and like makes you look like you have a cone head and all this kind of stuff. Dude, everyone started making cone head videos, and I was just like, ugh. And like, I mean, honestly, I don't care because I don't know any of these people, but it is just frustrating to like nonstop, because when you get tagged in videos, it shows up to you. It's like over and over and over again. And everyone would, in the comment sections, would be like, hey, Conehead. And then I realized I can just put in the comment section, I mean, I can just go in there and put filters in, and they'll think that they posted it, and no one will ever read it. Yeah. And then if they make videos, I mean, it's not much you can do about it. I don't care about those, because I don't see them. I don't follow them. Although I've gotten plenty of people to delete them, because, I mean, I don't come at them. I take the high road with them, and that usually works the best. I'm just like, it's not here, left, right?
You can go straight or left, either way.
Straight.
Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, like, I just will go on there and I would go comment on the video of them making fun of me, and just be like, you know, I get it, but you should realize that every time you're getting on here and making fun of people, there's a real person behind that. And, you know, I'm not gonna make fun of you, but just to let you know, we're real people. And I'll be like, you know, peace, love, positivity, or whatever. And about 50% of them will take it down after you comment that, because they'll just feel guilty.
They're like, hey, we're not making this guy angry. In fact, he's kind of a nice guy, so we're gonna...
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna get anger out of me for that. I mean, what am I gonna get angry about? But I will just be like, because, you know, one of the things for me, like in general, I want to promote everyone being nice to everyone, because like I feel like the world's just a little bit, I know that's like a kind of a hippie viewpoint or whatever people might say, but I just think, you know, everyone should be kind. Like, it's easy to be kind. It's easy to not make fun of someone. Like,
yeah,
so much is going on in the world. Why do we need any more negativity? Like, negativity's are already happening all around us. And yeah, and people do respond to that, so I like to think that maybe I'm helping, you know, trolls one at a time or something. During the elections and everything like that, it was like a brutal, oh my god, you couldn't get on.
Oh, gosh,
my mods can speak to that too. You have to tell me where I turn. I have no idea.
You'll go
I never come in this way when I
You'll go straight to the end of this road. Then we'll turn right.
But yeah, like during the elections, it was just like, but it was really easy once I figured out that you could just go in your, like, in block keywords. I just would block every word: Biden, Trump, election, vote. Like, if you just block all those words, just people have it. But it would just be so frustrating.
Yeah, everybody's high-strung at that time of year.
I'm like, dang, I'm trying to create a storm chasing channel over here where we can not care about any of that.
Right, then we'll turn left around Parsons. Yeah, man, I appreciate it.
Good chase. Good chase.
Wish tomorrow wouldn't be so far east and I could tag along again, but you know how that went last time, and I don't think either of us want to.
You don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to try to drive back afterwards. Because if I got chase, especially because if I'm going to go chase tomorrow, I'm going to have to wake up early and drive all day to chase all day, and then I definitely would not want to drive back. It would be a rough drive. This one, right?
Yep.
Hey, I like completely know what your house is by now. It's hard in some of these neighborhoods like mine. Like,
they all look the same.
Yeah, all the houses. I mean, they're different, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't live there and pay attention to the details of it.
Oh.
Those glasses look okay on that guy. Are you talking about me? They look good on me? These ones look okay? Everybody saying bye, Chad.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for all the fun times.
Thanks for the party, bruh. I'll stay live until I get to my house. I live about 15 minutes from here, so.
I think I got everything, dude. Let me throw this trash out.
Well, if you don't, we only live 15 minutes away from each other, so.
You got anything else you want me to toss?
No, I'm good.
All right.
Just a little bit in there. See you, bro.
Yep, we'll see you later.
Yep. Oh yeah. Chad has to work. Chad works for Amazon in the Amazon warehouse. So, one of the reasons we had to drive back today, if I was by myself, I would have just stayed out that way and chased tomorrow. But Chad has to work Wednesday at like 9 p.m. So that would have been a pretty crappy drive back, and then he stays up all night and then has to work a 12-hour shift. Slotbox, you want a storm chase? Heck yeah! Join my Discord. we talk about that kind of stuff in there. And I always say, if you want to storm chase with me right now, since I don't have waivers and all that kind of stuff, I let my friends chase with me. So come on Discord, talk, chat me up though. Like, you know, we got to talk. Like, hit me up, DM me, find me in there, start conversations. We'll keep in touch. And once I learn somebody, I mean, obviously there's a couple things like, you know, we'd have to actually meet, and you definitely would have to be over 18. It's a big commitment to jump into a car with somebody that you don't know, you know, for 15 hours a day. And, you know, I have to get to know someone pretty well, because it can get, also, you've seen, if you've watched my lives, I mean, it can get pretty tense. So I want to make sure that I have the right type of people with me that could totally keep up with that intenseness that happens, because I do get intense. It gets crazy because, you know, I always say when you're out storm chasing, there's a lot of times where like decisions that you're making are literally life or death decisions. And so, you know, I need people to listen to me when we're out storm chasing. If I'm like, get in the car, let's go. If you're like taking your sweet time to get back to the car, like literally a difference in a couple seconds could decide, you know, whether we got hit by tornado or hail, or on the other hand, it can make it so that we could see a tornado or not see a tornado. I know Savannah's a no-go, but that's okay. I like Savannah being on here because you get to kind of like slowly deal with your anxiety by watching me storm chase, right? He said rude. You smoke? It's okay. I take smokers along with me. As long as you roll the window down and smoke. I mean, honestly, it's a smelly storm chasing vehicle because, you know, there's not a real way to get around. I mean, I have air freshener. It's not completely gross. But when you sit in a car for 15 hours a day, yeah, the car, it's not like smoke's going to be the thing that makes it smell worse. He will be 18, 7 months. Yeah, it's, you know, obviously if you're under 18, that's a completely different thing, because it's a, you know, it's a pretty crazy thing to take people storm chasing. But the fact that you got a really long time. I didn't even start storm chasing for the first time, you know, until I was in my early 30s. So you have way more of a shot if that's something that you want to do and a goal of something that you want to do. You have plenty of time to get that in place. Yeah, I don't care. If you smoke, you can come on road trips with me. I mean, you can come on storm. You just can't, you know, smoke on stream, because that definitely, most platforms are super against that now. Yeah, I love that I like having, all of my mods are awesome. I really enjoy having good mods. It's weird how after a while, it was weird at first when I got mods. I wasn't a content creator ever until last year. Like this time last year, essentially, is when my TikTok started blowing up. And then I, you know, started getting mods, and I didn't know what it was like at first, but I've kind of learned it kind of becomes like a little bit of a family with all your mods. You have your separate chats, and you know, you guys are discussing what's going on. I rely on them for advice a lot of times about my channel, so yeah. I think I have the best too. What's funny is like I've had other creators ask me like, hey, where did you find all your mods? And I was like, honestly, all through word of mouth. Like, they watch my channel, and yes, and some of you are my moms. How will Edmund be looking tomorrow? I think Edmund's gonna be fine. I think Oklahoma's gonna be out of, you know, we're going to be out of the risk for tomorrow, so you'll be good. Yeah, I mean, I will say when you're out, I feel like when you're out, I mean, for me, when I'm out storm chasing, I feel way more safe than if I was just sitting in my house waiting for a tornado to come. But I feel like I don't think that would be the case for everyone. Like, you need to have the equipment and the ability to to know where a tornado is and to get away from it. But for me, yeah, I definitely would feel more safe in a vehicle. That's not something that you suggest to anyone, to get in a vehicle and leave. Like, if there's a tornado, it's always better to be inside of a structure. But for me, since I storm chase, like, I most definitely would be in my vehicle. But that's because I know how to look at atmosphere, I know how to look at the skies, I know how to look at radar and have a pretty good idea where a tornado is and dodge it and get around it. Because that's what I do every time I go storm chasing. Yeah, I feel like not very many. I've had a few people panic. I've made some, like, you've heard if you've heard any of my streams on TikTok or anything. I mean, I've made a couple people cry and tear up out storm chasing before, but never had anything super crazy happen. Most of the time, people feel pretty comfortable because I don't freak out when I storm chase. Like, I think it's an important quality of someone that storm chases is like someone that can always keep you can't get overly excited, and you can't get, you can't let yourself get worked up because, I'll tell you, I used to train social workers how to work with people that have experienced trauma. So I understand a lot about that part of the brain. So anytime you're like getting worried, scared, you get too excited, you start losing, the use of your frontal cortex, which is what controls a lot of the reasoning and decision making. And so you go back to more of your, I always say like your evolutionary brain, your lower brain, which like handles things autonomically. So yeah, you got to be able to keep your cool. And I think that's why most people, when they come storm chase with me, they see how cool I am and how like I don't work myself up and I don't look scared, and that keeps them calm. Now, I'm sure if I was driving and I'm freaking out, like, they're probably gonna freak out. But for the most part, I'm a pretty level-headed person when I'm out storm chasing. But I've seen it. Reed gets excited. Yeah, Reed gets a little excited. Reed was like a little kid, man. Yesterday when I saw him on the side of the road and we were like throwing the hail at each other, like, he was like, it's funny to watch his face when he goes out and hail. Like, he had the look of a kid that opens presents on Christmas. And I love that about him. Like, I like that about, I love storm chasers that are excited and fun. Because believe it or not, that's not what all storm chasers are like. There is definitely a toxic side of storm chasing community, where you have a lot of people who are just think they're better than everyone else, and they're snooty and snobby, and I don't really fit into that storm chaser club a lot. I mean, a lot of them are like meteorology students, or like, I think some people look at, the type of content creation I do, and they think it like glamorizes storm chasing, but I'm not a gatekeeper. Those people are trying to gatekeep storm chasing, and I think storm chasing should be for everyone as long as they do it responsibly. Yeah, we're talking about Reed Timmer. Yeah, it mean a lot, man. Like Reed followed me on TikTok and Twitter, and he messaged me. We were talking on TikTok, and he let me know that he really liked my content. That mean a lot. I don't like have idols or anything like that, but Reed was someone who made me realize that you can do storm chasing for a living, because he's one of the few people that have figured it out. So I was really appreciative for any words of wisdom that he gave me, and the fact that he said that, he enjoyed my content. It was a little comment, but he didn't have to say that. That made me feel really good. It feels good to be accepted by your peers. I don't care what anybody says. If they tell you otherwise, they're lying to you. But I thought that was really cool of him. And then he remembered who I was, so that also made me feel good. Or he knew who I was when he saw me yesterday. Because that was the first time we had met in person since he knows who I am. We met in person when I first started chasing like 9 years ago, just because I saw him on the side of the road while we were chasing, and I went and said, "What's up?" But he didn't know who I was until after, we actually, I wasn't even, I didn't have like any social media. I wasn't even really a storm chaser at that point in time. I was just doing ride-alongs with someone else and starting to learn how to storm chase. But he did tell me that he wants to do a TikTok collaboration with me, so me and Reed are going to do some sort of collaboration on TikTok at some point in time. Yeah. Yeah, Reed's always somewhere with a bunch of debris. I wish I could have been up there today, but like I said, man, I don't know. I've just never, like, it was crazy how fast that came on. I think it had to be food poisoning. Because, like, literally, I mean, it went from, like, I went from 0 to feeling like death in, like, 5 minutes. Like, it was crazy. Me and Chad were just talking and driving, and all of a sudden I was like, I got to pull off the road and vomit. He's like, what? And he was like, yeah. And so it was crazy. I'm super bummed that I didn't go to get the chase today, but I'm trying not to get sad about it and get down. Because you do miss chases from time to time, and it was kind of out of my control. I can't control that I got sick, but it still really bums me out that I'm not out there seeing all these tornadoes that everyone else is seeing today. But there'll be plenty of more chase days. Hopefully tomorrow. I'm hoping that the setup doesn't move too far east, because the problem is like I'm gonna have to get some sleep tonight, and I don't want to have to wake up at like 4 in the morning to drive to Arkansas to chase all day. One, I want to make sure that I'm being safe. Like, I need to be rested when I chase. I don't want to like be chasing tired, because that's not it. I don't think that's very responsible. That's awesome, man. Yeah, you should, if you're into storm chasing, man, like, the best thing you can do now, I tell everybody, if they're, especially if you're just getting into it and you're younger, I can use this car. That would be awesome. If only plane tickets were cheap. Yeah, Vince is I haven't been a huge, I didn't know a lot about Vince until recently, but that dude's a hell of a storm chaser, by the way. I love watching his videos and his chases. Definitely goals for me. I'm not one of those people, like I said, there's so much competitiveness in storm chasing. I'm not one of those people that get overly competitive. I mean, like, from what I know, like you all, like, y'all don't just watch one storm chaser, right? You watch a bunch. So, like, I don't care. There's enough to spread. We can spread the love around everywhere. I don't get competitive with that. But anyway, back to, if you really want to be a storm chaser, just learn as much as you can. Like, literally become a trained storm spotter through Skywarn. Do all that kind of stuff. Like, literally find if there's any storm chasers close to you and, you know, go out with them if you feel safe to go out with them. You watch like 10 at a time. I love that, you know. That's super cool. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I know I always tell everybody, you know, one of the advantages of watching my stream is, especially here on YouTube, a little different on TikTok. I'm in my infancy over here on YouTube, so you get way more one-on-one interaction with me than you would with other chasers right now, just because my YouTube channel isn't quite as big as theirs. It's a little different on TikTok just because those streams over there, you know, have thousands of people in them, so it's a little bit different. I will say, like, I'm not the best storm chaser, as in, like, I see the most tornadoes. I do see a lot. I think I'm better than average at that, but I don't think I'm the best. But I will say, when I got my stream working right, my stream works the best. Yeah, Ryan Hall keeping a hold of all the storm chasers. Yeah, I'm curious. I'm assuming he just like gets permission from storm chasers to use their live feeds, because I know storm chasers would get pretty ticked off if he was using their live streams on his stream without telling them. But I think his little setup's pretty cool. I don't know much about Ryan Hall. I think he's a good content creator. I've never met him, and I don't know much about his actually skill in storm chasing. I know mostly he seems like he does like coverage in a studio, which if I don't storm chase tomorrow in Arkansas or, you know, out east, if it turns out to be something I don't think I can get to, I probably will go live on YouTube and just cover it. I'll probably just cover it on YouTube, like radar coverage of it live in my studio. You got your neighbor in here, Savannah? Hey, Savannah's neighbor. Got about 5 minutes left before I get home. Good thing too, right? Because it's getting dark. I'm turning dark. Good stream. We talked, we chat, we hung out. I got $16 in super stickers, so that'll help a little bit with the gas. That's always awesome. Yeah, my service is going to get a little spotty here. It'll pick back up again in a second. But I kind of went this back way to my house. I wasn't even thinking about streaming. But I have decent service out where I live. I use radar scope. And if you're interested to learn about it, I have a part 1. When I get some time, when storms die down, I'll record the next one. But I have a radar scope, how to use it, tutorial, like the basics of it, up on YouTube, my YouTube channel right now. The next one I'm going to do is how to spot severe weather on radar, and so that's going to be my next video in that series. Like I said, I just have to find time to do it. Nice, me too, yeah. I love radar scope. Of course, hey, I appreciate it. I'm glad you liked it. I think these types of streams are fun because, like, when I'm actually chasing, you know, I don't get to do any type of, you know, like, really interaction with anybody. It's more about, you know, I'm storm chasing. I'm not paying attention. So when I get to do these streams, it's kind of fun. We get to chat. We get to talk to each other, all that kind of stuff. Don't worry about my light. It's not in my eyes or anything. I have it. That's one of the advantages of being a photographer, is I can put a light on that gives a little bit of light, but it's not blinding and hiding me in my eyes. See, look, you can't even see the light ball in my eyes. It's not hitting me. The danger is when you put lights overhead when you're driving into your face. That obviously means you can't see. What's wrong with the Discord? Savannah can definitely help you out with that. She's a pro. No, I won't be able to make it up to Central Illinois. That'll be too far. If I chase tomorrow, it's going to probably be over in Arkansas. Just because I'm in Central Oklahoma right now, I'll have to leave in the morning. Even just to get to from my house to the border of Oklahoma and Arkansas is 4 hours. So, or 3.5. So, almost to my neighborhood. Oh man, did that link already expire? I thought I made it last time so it wouldn't expire. Why does it hate me so much? I look really dark and ominous right now. Okay, I'm not going in this entrance to my neighborhood. Oh wait, I can. Oh. Hey, what are they digging over here? All right. Going into my neighborhood. I don't think I could get up there, Savannah. That's too far. I mean, you're looking at like an 8 or 9 hour drive just to get to where I could chase. Storms are firing off early tomorrow as well. I'm gonna go home, do a little forecasting, spend some time with my family a little bit this evening, and then, you know, get it going. All right, everybody, I'm pulling into my driveway. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Peace. See y'all next time. Really appreciate all the convo. It's nice hanging out. It's time for me to go regroup and see what I can do about tomorrow. What you doing? Where you at? Oh, you got plans? All right, guys, bye.